is Jerry Robinette. Jerry was a member of our club and took a little sabbatical. He got a new job upstairs and been very busy up there. Now he's able to join us back again. He's on his 7th speech, so he's going to tell us figures don't lie, usually. Jerry Robinette.
Our guests, fellow members, we all make a lot of decisions every day. We're busy people and we've got a lot of choices. A lot of those choices we make out of habit, the route we take to work, usually the same every day, or based on some simple metric. Gas is 10 cents cheaper at this station, so I'm going to fill my tank here. For big purchases or more significant purchases, we do some analysis and we look at things a little more in detail. And one of the things we frequently rely on is statistics. Being a sports fan myself, statistics are very dear to my heart. I know statistics and can recite statistics. And when I bought my first new car, I researched every issue of Consumer Reports I could find. It's simple logic. You look for the trends. We trust numbers. Numbers are reliable. 2 plus 2 always equals 4. 4 is always more than 3, but less than 5. So statistics are reliable, and statistics don't lie. But as the saying goes, figures don't lie, but liars do figure. The Macmillan English Dictionary, 2007, defines statistics as a group of numbers that represent a fact or describe a situation. And that's a nice, succinct definition, but it kind of leaves off the fact that it may not describe the situation accurately or even relevantly. You mentioned being a sports fan. Let me give you an example that's kind of near to my heart. In hockey people know the most important position on the ice is goaltender. This is a truism of the sport, and anyone who follows the sport will know it's true. In this past NHL season, statistically, the best goaltender in the league was Sergei Bobrovsky of the Columbus Blue Jackets. They gave him an award. He had the numbers. He was the best goaltender in the league, and that's the most important position on the ice. So obviously, they were one of the best teams in the league. The statistics are accurate, but they kind of leave out everything else that's involved. And actually, the Jackets missed the playoffs and were actually pretty sad for a large part of the season. Statistics can be misleading in several ways. A favorite example I found online, this is from twincities.com, but it originally appeared in the St. Paul Pioneer Press. And I'm quoting here, people who lived through the 1970s, and there are some of us in the room, I'm sure, find it hard to believe that the fastest annual growth for employment from 1946 to the present took place under Gerald Ford, whom some unfairly tag as an economic dunce. However, the strong employment growth during his tenure and that of Jimmy Carter was not necessarily due to outstanding economic policies. The two benefited from the fact that people born in the most prolific years of the baby boom hit the labor force during their terms of office. So the statistics are correct. Employment skyrocketed, but not because of anything Ford or Carter did. Just a lot of people went out and got their first jobs during that period of history. Again, the statistics are accurate, but they don't reflect an honest fact. This is kind of a favorite subject of mine because we're bombarded with statistics in a lot of ways. Advertising loves statistics, and sometimes they make up statistics, and sometimes they lie with them intentionally, and sometimes they reflect the truth. You can't always disregard statistics, but a healthy skepticism is usually called for. There's a very good book called How to Lie with Statistics. The author's name is Darrell Huff, H-U-F-F. Amazon.com says it's the best-selling statistics book of the second half of the 20th century. So if you believe Amazon statistics, that may mean something or it may not. But it's an interesting book, and it does get into how statistics can be accidentally or inadvertently misleading if you have a very small sample on something, or if you accidentally have a biased sample or biased questions. You can be misleading without being intentional. Of course, you can also be intentionally misleading. And Not that advertisers would ever do that, but the potential does exist, shall we say. And a quote from that book I find particularly relevant and my thesis statement for the day. Even if you can't find a source of demonstrable bias, allow yourself some degree of skepticism about the results, as long as there is a possibility of bias somewhere. There always is, end quote. So essentially what he's saying there is, even if you can't see how or why you're being misled or where the problem might be, there's always a potential for misuse or inaccuracy in the statistics, so they must always be regarded with skepticism. And as a matter of serendipity, I found exactly the perfect quote to press this point and to deliver it to you clearly and succinctly. On a website, I found this: 85% of all statistics are false or misleading. And hopefully at this point you know not to believe that. Thank you.